because it's about to be half of the year, and you said you was going to unbig your back. You said that you was going to start being on time, you know, hit your targets for your job, post consistently, and we still ain't do it. Damn! There's like a distinct line of where you at and where you want to be, and it's okay because we still got 6 months of the year left. So we're going to go ahead and reflect and gain some clarity, okay? And I'm in it with you, okay?
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going audible.
So the first thing that I decided to do when it comes to this is acknowledge where we went wrong at. So this is basically us like reflecting on what we did this past 6 months, thinking about, okay, what did I accomplish? And honestly, bring them all of the things that you think is going on. This is going to take the problems out your head and also release. So once I did this, it allowed me to realize and acknowledge, okay, I slacked off on the habits. Maybe I gained a couple of pounds. I was just stressed out, and I see what the problem is, okay? It's a consistent like pattern of me self-sabotaging. So now that we acknowledge that, now I know what I have to do in order to fix. So when it comes to the summer, I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to the summer, I like to be inside. I ain't gonna lie, like I tend to hibernate. You know, I try to not be seen until towards like the end of the summer, like probably August. That's when I pop out, me specifically. But I know summertime is usually the time where, you know, we got things that we want to do. And we're going to talk about learning how to manage both so we can create a balance. So where you're still getting work done and still living our life of luxury at ease, because we do not want to neglect our fun life. And I'm going to be talking about the fun part soon. But let me help you gain clarity so that we can be able to have some organization, because half of the year probably some of us was burnt out, stressed, overwhelmed, and we need something that's going to help us stay organized so we can have a soft but lit and outside fun turn intentional summer, okay? First thing I want you to do is set the intention for this summer. Write down 3 goals. I want you to write down 3 goals that you want to accomplish by the end of the summer. Because I don't know about y'all, sometimes, I don't know, as an adult, I kind of feel like I like to fully celebrate when I accomplish something, because I feel like I party harder that way. You know how it's like when you done graduated or you passing in a test, and now you're not just celebrating just because you celebrating because you have a reason to. That's how I typically do my summer. However, there's some things that I know you might want to do throughout the summer too. And in order to get those goals done, we got to like learn how to write it down and set them. So one has to be a physical glow, because this summer we have to glow up. We have to get our body right. Skin got to be tea. Hair, we got to pick a hairstyle. Like, we got to find a way to make sure that our body is our temple, and we're going to make the best of it while we're young. Okay? Because you only got one time to look good, this good. I mean, you could always look good, but anyways, I also want you to make a spiritual goal, because through a spiritual and mental, we're going to put spiritual and mental in one category, because as you are going to accomplish these goals, your mind is going to drift into different areas. You might start to doubt yourself, and someone that always helps me stay on track, reassures me, is my Lord and Jesus Christ and Savior. Like reading the Bible and different activities that I do to help me is going to allow me to be able to stay cool when it comes to accomplishing these goals, because it could be a lot. It takes a lot of mental strength. So we need that foundation that's going to help us. So I want you to write like a spiritual and mental goal that you want to do. And then your professional goal, whether you want to hit a certain amount in your savings, whether you want to post every day for your content creating business, or something for your business or work related, that could be your professional goal. So you're going to set your 3 goals for the whole entire quarter. After that, we're going to go ahead and break those goals by month, and we're going to break them into actionable steps. When it comes to the whole month spreadsheet, I highly recommend you write all of the big things first. Like if you have a big exam coming up, if you're doing school in the summer, or you have a birthday coming up or a wedding that's coming up, you write those things first, and then you go ahead and do the line up. Let me go ahead and get my calendar. We have a calendar. My top 3 goal for this quarter is to become a full-time influencer, cash flow my property, and also to be disciplined when it comes to like finance and making sure I look snatched throughout the summer. So in order to accomplish my first goal, which is my physical goal, we was talking about looking snatched and looking good throughout the summer, I'm going to go ahead and write on the side everything that I'm going to do per week. So I'm going to write down, I'm going to work out 2 to 3 times per week, and I'm going to also track my eating. So how I'm going to track my eating, I'll write down a action step, which is every time I eat, I take pictures of my snack and I send it to my sister on Snapchat. And one thing about Snapchat, they're the Fed, so they could go ahead, like once you send something on Snapchat and you press save, when you go back to the messages, you can see it there. So you can have an accountability partner and see, okay, this is all the food that I've been eating throughout the week, and you can physically see like, okay, I'm making progress. So that's something that I will do I'll put down that I'm gonna do weekly for my physical goal. Spiritually, I'm going to go ahead and meditate. Now we're writing all of these down as like bullet points for the month after we wrote down our top 3 goals, which is physical, spiritual, and mental, and professional goal, like whether you have a job or a business, something that you want to hit within yourself, your business, or just yourself, even saving and things of that sort. Financial goal, we're breaking that down, right? So then you're going to write down like how much you got to save per month. So you want to save $1,000 for the month, you're going to write down that financial goal. Save $500 every paycheck, every 2 weeks a paycheck. So that's going to go on this side, okay? So you're going to write all of these down within a month. We are breaking that down into smaller, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do the weekly. When it comes to the spiritual one, you could write down, okay, each week, every Saturday, I'm going to go ahead and meditate. Every morning, I'm going to go ahead and pray. I know I'm all over the place. Bear with me, okay? Then you're going to go ahead and start on your weekly goals. So one thing that I learned when it came to reading Atomic Habits, it really focused on how a lot of times we get so consumed with the goal, we forget about the process. It's the processes that's going to allow us to be able to accomplish the goal and enjoy the journey while we're accomplishing the goal. Sometimes we be so fixated on the goal, when we actually get the goal, we don't appreciate it as often, or it just doesn't hit the same because it took so much out of you to get this one thing. So it's just like, no, it's good that we have to focus on progress over perfection. So when it comes to our weekly goals, I'm gonna put it over here. I like to make things very simple. I love doing brain dumps because it just takes a lot out of your mind, and different ideas happens when you start to brain dump. So when it comes to our weekly goal, we are going to write down all the things that we have to do with our work. On one side, work or school related, anything that we have to do personal, whether it's working out 2 times a week, we're taking it from our monthly and we're breaking it down to the weekly. All right. we're writing down, okay, we working, we have to make sure that we go to Bible study on Tuesday. This week I have a doctor's appointment. Anything in your personal, you put it in the middle. And then anything business related, whether you are a content creator, you got to record a video, or you have to make a plan to market your business, your physical product, digital product, or service. You put all of the different things that you have to do in these 3 categories, and each day you pull out 1 out of the 3. All right. So this actually comes from my mentor, Erin on Demand. She does the top 3 method, where she write down 3 things that she has to do per day, and those are her main intentions. Now, I love how I did this weekly method because it allows me to understand that we're not going to get everything to a T. We're not going to get everything to a T. However, you get to kind of see your priority, and also it's kind of like you setting your attention but still going with the flow. If you didn't accomplish all of these 3 things, or you can add more things, whether you want to do the easy things first or the hard things last, I recommend you try both, seeing what works for you. It allows you to go with the flow but still set intention, because you know what you got to do throughout the week. You at least know what you got to do throughout the week. It's all about you pulling on what you're going to do each day, okay? And that's how you're going to set your goals for the summer, all right? The next thing I want you to do, which is one of my favorite things, is create a summer bucket list, okay? Now, when it comes to the summer bucket list, you just want to write down all of the fun things that you want to do. Whether this summer, I really want to see Chris Brown. This summer, I want to try this hairstyle. When I think about summer, I think about fun. I think about having a blast, all right? So you want to write down all of the different hairstyles that you want to try, or different hair colors. You want to write down activity. Where do you want to do pottery, or I don't know, painting with the tips, sipping paint, or I don't know, something that you've always wanted to try. So if you was to have a random night, some of the girls wants to go ahead and have fun and they don't know what to do, girl, I have my list. I have a whole list of things that we could do. Or you could even do things on your own, something that you always wanted to do, on a solo date. Recently, I went to go watch the movies Sinners by myself, and I did not regret it. I went home, I literally dressed in my pajamas. I got my bag with my sheet in there, and I also had some food and snacks, better not snitch. But I went in there and I watched the movie, and it was 10 out of 10. I had no regrets. And it's things like that. It makes you looking forward towards the summer. But we think that we're not doing anything, but we're doing a whole bunch of things. It's the fact that we're not documenting it, which makes it seem like we're not doing nothing, because we don't remember. That's why I always say it's good to write it down, or at least type it out, okay? And that's exactly why I feel like my digital product is my Soft Life Stress Management Planner. It's going to be the thing that helps you out this whole entire summer. It's going to help you stay organized. It's also going to help you have a good work-life balance and live luxury at ease, because we don't want to be in this hustle culture, grind hard till we die for the rest of our life. I know we girls, we want to live at peace, okay? Most of us want to live at peace. So in order for us to do that, we got to be able to learn how to write it down and still go create a balance, okay? And what my Soft Life Stress Management Planner is going to do is create that balance for you while you do the things that you love. When you think about what are things that's going to keep you at ease, what are the routines that's going to keep you calm as soon as you get back home. For me, something that I like to do is light my little candle. Habit stacking, those are 2 things that you can do at once that a little bit goes along the way. So say for example, I'm driving, I'm listening to a podcast while I'm driving because I feel like, okay, it's stimulating my mind and I'm still getting to where I gotta go to. Or if I'm going for a walk, I'm going for a walk and talking to my friend. It's me spending time with my friends while getting my workout in. These are things that's going to help you accomplish your goal while you're being productive at the same time. A little bit goes a long way, and when I tell you, writing it down helps a lot too. So it's also going to be dropping June 1st. So be sure to click the link down below to sign up so you can be one of the first in order to get my Soft Life Stress Management Planner, period. The last thing I want you to do in order to gain clarity, reset, and, get right before the year end, mid-year, is to create a budget, all right? So there are things that we want in life, okay? We're just girls. Whether you want to save for the Chris Brown concert, or you want to get like a new purse that you've been dying to have, or for a trip that you might be going on, we have to be able to create a budget for our bucket list. So write down all of the things that you want or all the things that you need for the summer, and then break down how we're going to create a budget for throughout the summer, what we're going to put aside so that we can be able to accomplish those things while we're still, making sure that we working out, making sure that we're taking care of our skin, and also making sure that we get it done. And also, one thing I didn't add this to my list, but in order to get all of this mind right and to have like a clear mind, I highly recommend that you declutter. Okay, whether it's your socials, clear out some of the empty spam emails that you don't need no more, or stop seeing some of the negative things, like block some of the pages like the Shade Room and things of that sort when it comes to your mental, because while we're trying to get these things done, we're going to get distracted a lot. The summer is a distracting time because everybody is going out and we're consistently comparing ourselves. And one thing about comparison is a thief of joy. All right. So you want to make sure that you are feeding your mind with positivities, affirmations, and God's word so that you can be able to push through and get your top 3 done for the summer. Okay. So I really hope this helped. I really hope I wasn't all over the place when it comes to this video. But please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And actually write down one of your summer goals in the comments down below so we can chit chat in the comments. And I could be your accountability partner, sis. If you like more videos like this, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out my Soft Life Planner launching June 1st, 2025. You do not want to miss it. I love you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.